Alright, dudes! Welcome back to another episode on the Mindcrack server. I'm really excited about today because we're gonna build a crane. Yep. I've been thinking about what this ocean station needs, right? Like, if this really was like an oil rig or something out in the ocean, what would it have? And it needs a crane. And so we are going to do that. But first things first, I do want to clean up the area a little bit too, because, for example, I didn't mean to fall, but it's fine. I think it's time to accept that this does not work. And it's not that it doesn't work in general. It's that I don't think it works on a multiplayer server really well, because the more people who are on the server, the more you just don't. How do I explain this? The way that wandering traders work is they spawn on a player, right? So the more players who are online, the fewer, the worse chances that you're gonna get. This is why I don't do math, guys. Anyway, I am gonna tear this down because we basically solidified most of our dye. Can you guys tell that I took a little vacation? Yeah, I went to a friend's wedding last week, and I haven't recorded in a few days, and I've forgotten everything I've ever known. Anyway, we have most of our dye supply, and so the wandering trader trap is just not really going to be useful for what I wanted to do. So I'm going to tear this down because it's starting to look a little ugly, and we got things to do. So I'm going to tear this down, then we'll click back in because it'll be time to work on our sweet little elevator or crane. It's gone. Well, I guess I didn't break the pillar. But we got everything else, which, as you can see, it's a little bit of a minefield. Because in this server, I don't care about cobblestone, because why would I? I got cobblestone on deck. Anytime, any day, cobblestone all the way. I don't know why I'm rhyming. I really don't. But that's fine. Okay. We'll get rid of this little eyesore. I do think that we have just about maxed out the space on our first rig, which means that we need to start building more rigs, in my opinion. Because I think that'd just be sick to have a series of rigs. So maybe that'll be our next big project. I may move to its own location. I'm also thinking about building a foundry. That'd be kind of sick. A big industrial spot that does all my smelting, although I already do most of the smelting I need in here, so TBD on that one. Okay, but now we need to figure out where the crane goes, and I'm thinking it might just be right here. The first thing I'm gonna need is a lot of terracotta, which means that I could go mining, but I don't think I need to. We're gonna see if all the resources I've been working on for the last couple episodes are really heckin' worth it. And I think the answer is yes, but we're gonna find out, okay? So let me real quick grab some of this, Just wanna make sure that we have all the supplies that we need to make some money. Because the villager trading scenario is chef's kiss. Okay, so first things first, remember, these guys over here will buy all my iron, which is great, because it gives me a lot of emeralds and I have a lot of iron. Yeah. The things that I know that I want immediately are not any of these, but let's max out the lime terracotta. Cool. He'll sell me 12 a day. You're worthless. But you'll also sell me blue terracotta? Perfect. Also sell me 12 a day. Sheesh. Okay. This is going to be somewhat annoying. But you also sell it. Perfect. What else do you sell? Huh? What else you got there for me? Nothing. Okay. Pink terracotta. Good enough. I really need to be buying this every day, I'm realizing. Brown terracotta. Short. Doesn't matter. For what we're doing here, it doesn't matter. Glazed, I can't use the same. As much as I love to be glazed. Cool. Okay. So I can buy essentially... Woof. What is that? 48 a day? No. 60. No. 70 a day. Okay. This is going to take a little longer than I was hoping, but we can make this work. I believe in our ability, because then phase 2 is let's just test all this out. I want to make sure that this works how I think it's going to. Give me a bunch of sunflowers, because it doesn't really matter what it is, right? I have unlimited dye. So I could come in here and say, hey, I wish to make yellow. No, oh yeah, I need to make that, don't I? Terra. Oh, hey, Terra. Okay. So if I do this, and then whoop. Oh, does it all have to be the same? Boo! Can you only dye regular terracotta? Oh, no! Okay, well, that's less cool. Dang it, dude. I really thought we had a cheat code. Okay, well, the good news is we have a lot. Dang it, bro. Well, I'm at least going to take this terracotta and this terracotta to start with. I will make some yellow terra. Can I? Ugh, fine. Why won't you let me type, huh? Boom. We at least have 2 stacks, which is enough to start our build. So after a little bit of thinking, I realized that I kind of don't want it on the front. I want it on the side, because I'm going to make one of these like industrial cranes that sort of extends out a little bit. And so I think it would be better to have it be anchored to the side of this, and maybe not even to the first floor. I may continue it further down, which is why I'm not worrying about the base too much yet. I just want to see how high I want this to go. And the answer is pretty high. But also, maybe that's enough. Could it be? No. Higher. There we go. Let's try that. Because I want, basically, when you're approaching from this direction, as I obviously do often. Oh man, elytras just make life so much easier. I want to have it, like, kind of extend out and be visible. Yeah, I think that looks sick. Okay. Phase 1. Complete. After further consideration, that didn't really line up with how I think I actually wanted to do this. So we're going to move it over a little. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The question becomes, do I count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have to. Okay. So we're going to put it here. Because I do want it to be anchored to the actual structure, and it will look better once it's done. I actually did some thinking for once. Are you guys proud of me? I thought about the build more before I actually built too much and went, ooh, actually, for what I want to do, not going to work. So I'm proud of me, even if you're not. You guys can keep that to yourself, but I'm proud of me. Okay. So now we just need to build up to height again. Not like world height, but just acceptable height. This is going to be super sick, by the way. I have a really, really good idea for how this is going to work. And I actually think, for once, I'm not doing things the hardest way possible. So, proud of that, too. Okay. How do we feel about this height? Not bad. Dude, that yellow just gives it a nice little, like, burst of color, too. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Do I want it bigger? Like, we could go out another block and every... No. Stick with what you're doing. Stick with the plan. Stick with the plan, Sigils. Come on. Get it together. I might go up just a little bit more, but I think that's pretty good. It's coming along now. I am using scaffolding to make it easier to get up there, which I'll probably leave because there just wasn't room for a ladder. Maybe not quite as clean as I thought, but still pretty good. I like... Hey man, you don't work here. I'm so sorry. I think I like the range on this. There'll be some across the back. But next thing I want to build is like a little control station. So I think we'll put that over here. And I want to make it like big enough that I could go into it theoretically. I mean, obviously this isn't like create, so we won't be using it the same. But I think it's cool, right? If it does feel like it fits a Minecraft character's size, that's dope. So we're gonna do this. I'm using the polished diorite. I suppose this is supposed to be pretty claustrophobic, isn't it? There we go. And I'll add a door later. maybe, should that come forward one? It might need to come forward one. Do-do-do-do. There we go. There we go. That looks super sick. And adds just like a little je ne sais quoi to the whole thing, you know? But don't worry, we're just getting started. There's so much more to add. Up next, we need to add weight in the back. So like an industrial crane like this, obviously, has a lot of lifting to do, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so, not to get too Captain Physics about it, but the way that they make that work, like if it's extending too far one way or the other, is by... Oh, why did I do that? Walking and talking at the same time. Building and talking. I can't do it. Okay. It's by having like this weight right here, which will keep it from toppling over. So I thought that that's a cool touch. A little authenticity. Can you tell my dad's an engineer? I always think the polished basalt is like a cool looking thing. Nobody will really notice this. I probably would have used like a gray concrete or something, but I don't have any. So this is what we're working with. But I think that looks pretty dope. So we'll leave that there and work on the next part. Unfortunately, I did run out of yellow terracotta. I do not have as much as I wish, but we're making really good progress. Look at how good this looks. You kind of get the idea, right? Like this is the part like holding it back. We'll run this forward. I need to figure out exactly how long we're making. This is a long one. This is a long boy. So we will get some more terracotta, but I think actually before we do that, we should start working on the functionality. Dude, I thought that was a skeleton. He was about to get it. Bonk! And then we'll know exactly how many pizzas we need, because the proportions of this are a little off from some of the things I was looking at and what I'm doing, but it's going to be fine, because these things are supposed to be able to sort of like overextend, and I do think that we will find that it looks sick. It does. Yep, it really adds another thing to the base. So now let's work on some of the functionality to figure out how this is gonna happen. Making a quick little supply run back into spawn, because I think I'm missing a few things. I know I am. I know without a shadow of a doubt that I am. So I'm gonna come pick them up while we're here, because I am still very rich, and I do think, by the way, Phoenix is telling me that he's gonna need me to produce another block for him soon. So not mad about that. What am I doing? Who am I? Come on, Sigils, get it together. Honey, I'm here for honey. Need honey blocks. Okay, a stack for 8. Sure, you know what? I don't want to ever buy honey blocks again. There we go. We'll buy 2 stacks. That should do it for a while, because we will need some of those. Obviously, for elevators, you need slime blocks and honey blocks. So it just really comes together. Also, I should check on the old shop. Have I made any money? I have not. Oh. But I'm out of stone. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. I guess maybe that was stuff that Kev was taking for the Hall of Judgment. The long, tall arm of the law. What is that? There's a Zeppelin. Dude, every time I come here, there's just stuff. Events have occurred. That looks sick. Wow. Yo, look how good that looks as it loads in. All right. I'm very pleased with how this is coming along. And now that we're back, we need to craft a few things, and then we're going to be good to go. This is all very, very affordable and awesome. Oh, somebody decorated my thing. Oh, that's cute of them. Piston. Thank you. And then, let's see. I got slime balls for days now. Thank goodness. Remember when I couldn't get them? Okay, I know I'm going to need, like... I don't know if I'm going to need 16. Let's make 10. 10 and call it good. These other ones I'm just putting in there because... observers. I'm going to need more observers. Let's grab those. I will need repeaters. And I will need redstone. Very, very easy. Just need to grab some of this. Make myself an observer. Yeah, see? I think I only need 6, so that ought to work. And then as long as we're here, I want to make a bunch of barrels. Please make me as many of these as you can. Great. Okay, that should give us at least enough pieces to get started. So let's go figure out how this is going to work. Now, my idea functionally is that this is going to be an elevator that... I shouldn't have fallen. An elevator that stops right here. And so the way that I basically want that to do is we need to line up with the center of this, which looks like it's right here. Does that seem right? No, this is here. Yep, perfect. I'm gonna put a piece of cobblestone down so that we have that. Okay, great. Okay, so check this out because we are having to get tricky. I'm trying to build this redstone elevator in a spot that like is in water, which is of course madness. But here we are. Now it's gonna be a 3x3-ish. So we're gonna do this. All right, just like that. That's not what I meant to do at all. There we go. And then we can get over here to start setting up the contraption. Now, this is a very cool way that this one works because it uses redstone lamps and observers as the way to do the toggle, basically. So the first thing I have to do is we're going to put these right here, okay? These are going to be basically our signal, and we need to turn them on whenever we want the system to run. And that's where this is going to get interesting, okay? Because this is the part we have to figure out how to make work in the water. And so I am going to essentially use cobblestone to sort of like solidify our location. We're going to go underneath and build just like a little something, I guess. I don't want to talk about it, but I realized after filling it for another second that I need terracotta for this part of the build too. So there's no point. We're going to a terracotta dig site because no matter what I do, I'm gonna need it. And so we might as well just get it over with. Aha! Right where I was hoping it would be. This is nice. I'm here for the terracotta. Thank you. So I brought 2 shulker boxes and we're just gonna get jiggy with it. Is this the slow touch? Yeah, I was gonna say that feels way too slow. Ooh, there's more over there. Hopefully I'll find maybe just even some of the color I need, but we'll take just straight up. Oh wait, this is orange. I mean, orange is nice, but I do need dyeable terracotta, don't I? What am I doing? I'm gonna get a stack of it, I guess, because we're here. But I'm gonna prowl around for the exact right type, and then we'll harvest it. Ta-da! 1 stack. Okay, moving further in. There we go. Regular, good old-fashioned terracotta. This will work. I have so many dyes. Easier than hunting down the specific thing, right? Like, because I need more yellow, which I have a billion yellow. As long as it's dyeable, I can make it pliable. I don't know what that means. It sounds weird, actually, but it's fine. The plan is going to be simple. Get enough that I don't have to come back here for a while. I'm probably going to build a terracotta factory now that I know about this. Maybe when I upgrade my foundry. Yeah, we might need to build a terracotta factory. Because it's really easy now, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll be back after I get enough of this. We've successfully made a little barrier here in the water, and I used light blue clay or terracotta to make it like not stand out too much, because I want it to be subtle. And we're gonna run this like this, okay? And then we're gonna run this over here. And I need to figure out. We might need to do one more level over, which is fine. We can do that. That's not a problem. Ooh, we're running a little low, but that's okay. There we go. That's really the only one that matters. And boom. So, I don't have a button. Make a button. Look at that. Look at me being prepared. So if I have this, cool. That lights all of the lights, which is the activator for this whole thing. This is actually the simplest elevator. It's crazy. But we can't build this. I don't want to build it because if I fire it, we need to build the reception area. So next, we're gonna go build the other half of it. Then we're gonna set it up, test it, attach it to our crane, and we have ourselves a working system. Actually, I'm just going to break the button because in order to make sure that we have everything lined up, I got to be able to build some of this. So we don't want to turn it on, but we do need to see things. And you know what I don't have is slime blocks, which is a bummer, but I can still build this other part. Okay, so the part that matters for the lining up anyway, actually, is just this part. So we can build the rest later. But I need to have these looking up and facing down. Got it. Because then I run these like this, and ta-da! The whole system works. Okay. Oh, and then, let's see, honey blocks like this. And then, I believe, do I run it out? Oh, no, did I mess this up by one? Ah! I did. I messed this up by one. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, that's fine. We just have to shrink the system. Stand by. There we go. Now it's lining up a little better. We still need to... Can I break this? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. I still need to go get the slime blocks. And then we need to finish the top. But now I can line up the top. So I'm going to go back up. I'm going to get the slime blocks so that we can finish it. I'm going to show you guys how it works. It's really sick. And then we're going to be like in a really good spot, actually, because this crane will basically be an elevator that'll crank me and anybody who visits up to the base really easily. All right. Important stuff. So we'll put our honey blocks back. We'll get the slime blocks. I don't think I need any more pistons. Just desperately trying to free up my inventory a little bit. You know what I do need? Give me some emeralds. I'm going to go buy some more light blue terracotta. Okay, so now you're supposed to alternate, right? So slime like that. Slime like that. And then slime like this. But because I'm fancy, I am going to try to break that one. We'll see if it works. I want there to be... Hey, man, do I not have any room in my inventory? Hate this, man. Whatever, I don't care about these eggs. I'm going to try to do it like this. We'll see if it works, but that's the idea. Okay, now back up to the top. Okay, if I've lined this up correctly, and I may not have, then it should look a little something like that when it comes up. Okay, and in theory, well, actually that's not true. We have to make it stop now. Make it stop. Make it stop. In theory, now what I could do is take some barrels, run them along the back here. And now we have a fully operational elevator system. Actually, I think it does just work now. Obviously, we're not done making it look right and having it work, but let's at least see if I've wired it correctly, huh, gang? What do you say? Okay, the other thing I need to do is do this outline like this. There needs to be like a gap, right? Yeah. A gap, just like this. Because obviously we don't want it touching anything. And now I could put obsidian or barrels. I like barrels more. You know, they're cheaper than obsidian. Does that look better that way? Maybe. So the question is, will this go? Oh, it will. Boy, will it. And it stopped. Okay. A little more violent than I thought. Also, it did not like that honey block over there. Hopefully if I can put a slime block there, it'll work. But now we just need to wire it up to go back down. All right, that's the next test. I actually realized that I want this to be one higher. So we are going to send it back down and raise this by 1. Oh! That didn't... Take a look at that in a moment. I think I forgot to reinforce it. Dang it. I fixed the leveling, and hopefully I've also fixed it where it'll break when we go down. But we'll check that in a moment. It's pretty close to being done. You know what else I need while I'm up here? Another freaking slime block, dude. What am I doing? And then I need... Oh, I know what I should do. Why are there so many chickens? Okay. I was gonna do just chains, but I'm realizing that's kind of lame. So I need to figure out how to activate this. So basically, I just need to have a button that I press that lights all 3 of those at the same time, which could be as simple as this, or even more simple, I think. I don't think it needs to be that big, right? It could literally be, yeah, actually, wait, I don't like this. This blocks the thing I want. Okay. Shoot, how do I want to do this? We've gotten so far, and yet there's one piece missing. I can just put it right there. Like this. And just for fun, let's put our barrels down, which I don't even really need these, but I think it does add a little something, maybe? Not sure. Oh, also, yeah, I decided I like them the other way. They look better like this. So now, if I were to press that... Why didn't that go? Great question. What are you touching that you don't like? Update. It was this extra piece, so I guess we can't do that. Which is fine. Oop, did not mean to do that. No, dude. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try this. Will this take it down? Yeah, now we work. Now we work. Incredible. Okay, that's so good, guys. So literally, it works now. The one thing that I want to add is tying it into the crane, because I know some of you are like, Sigils, you spent the first half of the freaking episode building a crane, and then we've not touched it. Don't worry, this is where it all ties in. But first I have to craft a whole bunch of things to show you the dream, the vision. My friends, I give you the grindstone chain. All right, this is a classic, I know. But it looks so good every single time. I built it in the wrong spot, didn't I? Oh, I scared myself. I was like, why is this working like this? Although I actually did mean for it to be 1 over. Yep, shoot. Did it wrong. As always, bro. Even when stuff's going smooth, I always just build something by, like, off by 1. Don't tell me I'm gonna run out. Oh, dude. Doesn't it look sick though? Yeah, it looks like just like a dope like chain that'll be hanging from the crane. Yeah. You guys see the vision now? They made fun of me. They didn't believe, but now they see my vision. What do I need? Sticks, actually, I'm pretty sure. I can't believe. Oh, I think I turned all my sticks into freaking bone meal. That's what happened to all my sticks, I think. Grindstone, please. There we go. 24. That'll do the trick. Easy peasy. And I think that's this done. Unless, I don't know if there's any other little thing I want to add to this, but at least for now, really, really good looking, I think. Yo! Look at how sick that looks, dudes. So this comes over here. All right, obviously. Now, I do need to light this up, huh? Yep, we do. One more thing to deal with, which is the creatures of the night, which are obsessed with it. But so now if I press this, like, I don't have to swim up anymore, right? I can just literally swim right over here. And I wish it wasn't quite as, I wish it was a little smoother, but you know, it's fine. Boom, and here. Now, one thing I was thinking about is I may end up changing out these buttons to make them wood buttons so I can always shoot them with a bow. Because otherwise it does have to be down there. But we got ourselves a crane elevator. How sick is that? More work to come on the base, guys. I'm having so much fun. Give me ideas, other things you want to see, other factories, other upgrades to this system, because we're going to keep going hard. You guys know how it is. Hope you guys enjoying Mindcrack. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I got to go.